Hi, Elle Ingalls here at elleingles.com, pressure-free.com. Welcome to Living Pressure Free with Elle. If you're new to my show, this is a show where I give you little tidbits, little thoughts to process, which are intriguing around the pressure-free method. I'm the creator of the pressure-free method, which is an on-the-go stress management method that you can use all day long to prevent the release of the fight or flight stress response. You're going to prevent the release of hormones that basically cause all chronic mental and physical illness. So when you can start to learn this method with me, it can be really life-changing in so many ways. Today, my topic is to really dive a little deeply into the words that you use to describe yourself. So for example, in the past, if you said, I'm just not good at math, I'm terrible at math, I always mess up here, I mess up my relationships. Like you always use superlatives, so always, never, I can't, I won't, anything that is like this pronouncement of the way that you are. One thing that I've learned in coaching my clients is that we are so incredibly malleable and we have so many facets. So the things that I've said in my past are things like this. I used to say, I'm not at all visual. I hear things really well and I smell things really well, but I don't see things very well. Well, that's really a complete fallacy because I soon learned using the pressure-free method that visual clutter, like my desk right now is a little bit messy, that's a trigger for me. And that's a visual trigger. So all of a sudden I started to let go of the labeling that I put on myself. So what labels do you put on yourself? Some of the labels that people have are diagnoses. So I'm ADHD, I have PTSD. Notice that disorder is right in those acronyms. In some countries, they don't have the D on the end, so it would be post-traumatic stress. So it's interesting how labels can have an effect on us too. So the reason I'm not good at this is because I have this. We're always looking for causation, and causation isn't always true, but we've built it up in our minds. So I love to tell my clients that whatever's happened in your past, it doesn't define your future. So whatever's been going on here doesn't need to define what happens next for you. But we will feel so locked in, especially with those stress hormones just really holding us in a tense position, to think that this is the way my life is, and this is the way I am. This is my personality. However, I'll never forget when a 17-year-old said, "You helped me find the real me. The real me is not the stressed out you. The real you is not the stressed out you. The real me is not the stressed out me. The real you doesn't have so many of the things that you pronounce that you do, but you're so locked in." And so I love helping people unlock all of those things that make you feel like you're less than, you're not deserving, you're not worthy. For whatever reason, you've built up this story so much that you're locked into that pattern. So the first step is to acknowledge, to kind of dig in and say, wow, notice your language, notice what you say. If I've had so many students say to me, well, I'm not good at math. And then I prove them wrong, like instantly, that they're excellent at math. The human body is excellent at math, so the brain can be excellent at math too. It's just natural. However, if you've had that story for a while, or maybe you had a teacher you didn't really resonate with, and so you did horrible in math that year, and from that point on, you felt that you were terrible at math. I had a writing teacher at Michigan. I wrote a particular paper, and up until that point, I thought I was a decent writer. Not fantastic, but decent, right? And I got a terrible grade on this paper, and he said, "You're just not a natural writer." Those words really affected me. So sometimes it's an outer influence telling you something about yourself that then creates a deeper story. You create that deeper story. So watch for places where you say that you're not good at something. Watch for places where you say, use always, never, I can't, I won't, it's not possible for me, where you're limiting yourself. If you can first acknowledge that, then we can start to tweak it a little bit. So one of the ways I have my clients tweak it is you can start with this stem. So it would be something like, in the past, that's the stem. In the past, I wasn't very good at math. But now I'm learning how to be better at math. So whatever it is that you've had in the past, whatever your story is, maybe it's about money. In the past, I haven't managed my money very well. But now I'm taking some steps to learn how to manage my money in a better way. So whatever the past is does not need to define your future. You can basically open your journal. I'm gonna open my journal. It's a blank page. Every day can be a new blank page for you to tweak your language just a little bit about one of these things where you're stuck. So identify where you're stuck, identify the words that are causing you to be in that state, and then see if you can use that stem. So in the past, this was true for me, but now, by the way, it's probably not true for you all the time, but we'll make up a story that will keep us locked feeling that that's true for us all the time. If you can just open that up just a little bit, that's when hope and possibility comes in, and now we can start to turn some things around for you. So I hope that's helpful. I know it's been super helpful to myself. Sometimes you gotta, put on your big girl or big boy pants and admit some of the ways that you've been limiting yourself in the past. Just take a look at the language that will show you. I spent a period of months really analyzing some of the thoughts in my own head, the places where I was limiting. And it was eye-opening. I didn't even realize I was doing it because it was so habitual. So one of the big tenets of Pressure Free is that you can overcome habitual reactions, habitual emotional reactions in particular, and that can free you so that your body and mind can work even better for you. So I hope you have a great pressure-free day. I hope this is helpful. If you need to know more, if you want to have a conversation with me, just go to speakwithelle.com. Have a good one. Bye.